10 AI terms everyone should know in 2025. The term AI has been used in computer science since the 1950s, but most people outside the industry didn't start talking about it until the end of 2022. That's because recent advances in machine learning led to big breakthroughs that are beginning to have a profound impact on nearly every aspect of our lives. We're here to help break down some of the buzzwords so you can better understand AI terms and be part of the global conversation. 1. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a super smart computer system that can imitate humans in some ways, like comprehending what people say, making decisions, translating between languages, analyzing if something is negative or positive, and even learning from experience. It's artificial in that its intellect was created by humans using technology. Sometimes people say AI systems have digital brains, but they're not physical machines or robots. They're programs that run on computers. They work by putting a vast collection of data through algorithms, which are sets of instructions, to create models that can automate tasks that typically require human intelligence and time. Sometimes people specifically engage with an AI system, like asking Bing Chat for help with something. But more often, the AI is happening in the background all around us, suggesting words as we type, recommending songs in playlists, and providing more relevant information based on our preferences. Second, machine learning. If artificial intelligence is the goal, machine learning is how we get there. It's a field of computer science under the umbrella of AI, where people teach a computer system how to do something by training it to identify patterns and make predictions based on them. Data is run through algorithms over and over, with different inputs and feedback each time to help the system learn and improve during the training process, like practicing piano scales 10 million times to sight read music going forward. It's especially helpful with problems that would otherwise be difficult or impossible to solve using traditional programming techniques, such as recognizing images and translating languages. It takes a huge amount of data, and that's something we've only been able to harness in recent years, as more information has been digitized, and as computer hardware has become faster, smaller, more powerful, and better able to process all that information. That's why large language models that use machine learning, such as Bing Chat and ChatGPT, have suddenly arrived on the scene. 3. Large language models. Large language models, or LLMs, use machine learning techniques to help them process language so they can mimic the way humans communicate. They're based on neural networks, or NNs, which are computing systems inspired by the human brain, sort of like a bunch of nodes and connections that simulate neurons and synapses. They are trained on a massive amount of text to learn patterns and relationships in language that help them use human words. Their problem-solving capabilities can be used to translate languages, answer questions in the form of a chatbot, summarize text, and even write stories, poems, and computer code. They don't have thoughts or feelings, but sometimes they sound like they do, because they've learned patterns that help them respond the way a human might. They're often fine-tuned by developers using a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, to help them sound more conversational. Generative AI leverages the power of large language models to make new things, not just regurgitate or provide information about existing things. It learns patterns and structures, and then generates something similar but new. It can make things like pictures, music, text, videos, and code. It can be used to create art, write stories, design products, and even help doctors with administrative tasks. But it can also be used by bad actors to create fake news or pictures that look like photographs but aren't real. So tech companies are working on ways to identify AI-generated content. Femte hallucinationer. Generative AI systems can create stories, poems, and songs, but sometimes we want results to be based on truth. Since these systems can't tell the difference between what's real and fake, they can give inaccurate responses that developers refer to as hallucinations, or the more accurate term, fabrications. Much like if someone saw what looked like the outlines of a face on the moon and began saying there was an actual man in the moon. Developers try to resolve these issues through grounding, which is when they provide an AI system with additional information from a trusted source to improve accuracy about a specific topic. Sometimes the system's predictions are wrong too, if a model doesn't have current information after it's trained. Sixth, responsible AI. Responsible AI guides people as they try to design systems that are safe and fair, at every level, including the machine learning model, the software, the user interface, and the rules and restrictions put in place to access an application. It's a crucial element, because these systems are often tasked with helping make important decisions about people, such as in education and healthcare. But since they're created by humans and trained on data from an imperfect world, they can reflect any inherent biases. A big part of responsible AI involves understanding the data that was used to train the systems and finding ways to mitigate any shortcomings to help better reflect society at large, not just certain groups of people. 7. Multimodal models. A multimodal model can work with different types or modes of data simultaneously. It can look at pictures, listen to sounds, and read words. It's the ultimate multitasker. It can combine all of this information to do things like answer questions about images. 8. Prompts. A prompt is an instruction entered into a system in language, images, or code that tells the AI what task to perform. Engineers, and all of us who interact with AI systems, must carefully design prompts to get the desired outcome from the large language models. It's like placing your order at a deli counter. You don't just ask for a sandwich, but you specify which bread you want and the type and amounts of condiments, vegetables, cheese, and meat to get a lunch that you'll find delicious and nutritious. 9. Co-pilots. A co-pilot is like a personal assistant that works alongside you in all sorts of digital applications, helping with things like writing, coding, summarizing, and searching. It can also help you make decisions and understand lots of data. The recent development of large language models made co-pilots possible, allowing them to comprehend natural human language and provide answers, create content, or take action as you work within different computer programs. Co-pilots are built with responsible AI guardrails to make sure they're safe and secure and are used in a good way. Just like a co-pilot in an airplane, it's not in charge, you are. But it's a tool that can help you be more productive and efficient. Plugins are a bit like when you add apps to your smartphone. They step in to fill specific needs that might pop up, enabling AI applications to do more things without having to modify the underlying model. They are what allow co-pilots to interact with other software and services. For example, they can help AI systems access new information, do complicated math, or talk to other programs. They make AI systems more powerful by connecting them to the rest of the digital world.